Okay, so here we are with a photo plate that we're going to recycle. It's got one side's been used, it's been photographically exposed, and on the other side it's been used as a waterless plate. So we're going to clean off this old ink, and that'll be the start of the process. I'm going to use some acetone, beautifully filmed in reverse imaging for those that have got reverse eyes. Using a cloth, we're going to get it nice and wet with a bit of acetone. You can read about acetone in the notes. And I just want to take out this old ink because we're going to be scouring the plate with a green scourer, and don't want that getting clogged up with old ink and such. So on the plate there's old ink and there's also a thin layer of silicon. So in the next phase we're going to take that silicon off with some solution. I just want that nice and clean and ready to rock and roll. So there we go, part one. Get ready for part two. Here we go. So here we are through in the washout room at the litho sink, and we're going to give it a scour on the back of the plate just to clean it with a green scourer. Nice sharp clean green scourer. And got this pad here that's going to keep our fingers out of the solution, which is pretty weak anyway, but best to do that. Gives you a good grip on the scourer. And we're going to use some silicon stripper, which is this stuff in reverse imaging yet again. That's my crazy camera technique. So we're going to use this, and we're going to have a nice squeegee ready to squeegee off stuff. So yeah, nice dose of silicon stripper, which is actually a sort of weak solution of Wonder Wheels alloy wheel cleaner. So it's sort of 50-50 with water. So I'm just going to take the silicon stripper and give it a nice liberal dose over the whole plate. And the silicon stripper is going to help soften this tiny thin layer of silicon. And the green scourer is going to scratch through and break it down. You want to be nice and methodical at this point, just cleaning the whole plate really evenly. And so you just want to start working it up and down, across and up and down. And like I say, nice and methodical. You don't want to try and work on one spot at a time. The plates, if they've been properly siliconed, are got a really thin layer on, but if they've been badly siliconed by a learner, then it may be put on too thick, and it'll be much more difficult to clean off, but I'll help you find the right plate. So I want to do this until it's sort of got nice and dirty, and that's, I think it's the aluminium oxide that's been cleaned off nicely, so that's a good sign that we're getting somewhere. So at this point we want to squeegee off that slightly nasty looking sludge, and then we want to do it again times two. So off we go. Again, nice liberal dose of silicon stripper, and do it again. And you should be able to see a sort of ghost image disappearing, so that you're being left with just a nice clean piece of aluminium. And these photo plates that we're recycling, they're used to expose images on, and they're made of aluminium. So we're just cleaning it, so it's just a nice, clean, inert piece of aluminium metal. So once we've got that sort of nice grey sludge going on again, and we should be able to see that the image is gone and any excess amount of silicon anywhere's been cleaned away, we can get to that point where we want to clean everything down, wash it down with water. So a good liberal amount of water and clean everything off. Clean the green scourer. You want to clean your block, and also the squeegee. everything will get nicely washed away. You could even go underneath the plate, but you want to get rid of all that grey sludge and just have a nice clean plate left behind. You can chase it away down into the drain, that's even better. So that's good. And then that's the game. We give that a wee squirt with water as well, and you want to squeegee off the water from the whole area so that it's not going to contaminate the next bit. So there it goes, scooting away. And so finally, with our clean scourer, we're going to get some of this sodium metasilicate, which is a very weak solution of what is also known as water glass. And it's just a prep for the plate, and it's going to stop the aluminium oxidizing and make it just perfect for the drawing materials or the transfers we're going to do, and then the final siliconing, and it'll just mean that everything will stick to the plate nicely and be all good to draw on. So there we go. Just give that a wee wash again, just the squeegee I'm washing, and I've not washed the plate, it's just got the silicate on it, and I'm just squeegeeing off the excess. So that's great. You see the back of the plate, and get all that stuff away for the next user, if there is one. And you can see the scouring on the plate, and it's just good and clean. And so finally, after we've done that, we can go back to the workshop and just give it a final sort of drying off, a bit of newsprint perhaps, and nice and clean. And you don't want to be touching it with your hands, which have got grease on them or whatever. So there we go, nice clean bit of aluminium, a bit of staining, but you can see the surface of it's looking just dandy. So the drawing materials are next.